Hello again. This tutorial is for the side saddle stitch. It's another of the reversible stitches if you're wanting something that's the same on both sides, totally reversible. For this project I'm using a double knit yarn and a 5mm hook. You can use any thickness of yarn for the pattern, either a thicker or a thinner yarn, but you would need to adjust the hook size according to the ball band. So if you were going to go up to an Aran worsted weight, you would probably need a 6 or a 6.5. If you were going thinner, you would need to adjust down to a 4mm possibly, to get the right tension. So we start with a chain, and the chain is done in multiples of 5 plus 2 stitches. Because I'm only going to work a sample piece for the tutorial, I'm only going to do a smaller amount of chain. If you want to make something wider, you can adjust the amount of chains that you do, as long as you stick to the multiples of 5, and then you can pause the video until you reach the end of each row. So to start the chain, we're going to do a slip knot onto the hook and then start the chains in multiples of 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm only going to do a small sample swatch. So I've got 20 chains on the hook, and we then do a further 2. So the chain needs to be multiples of 5 plus 2 chain. So the foundation row, in the second chain from the hook, we're going to work a single crochet. We're then going to work 3 chain, and we're now going to do a double crochet 4 together over the next 4 chains, and that's going to count as the cluster. So to do a double four together, we're going to go into the first chain and pick up a loop, yarn over and through 2, but we don't complete the stitch as you would a normal double, where you would then yarn over and through 2 again, and we yarn over into the next stitch and do exactly the same, pick up a loop, yarn over and just through 2. So there we've got 2 part doubles, we need 4, so we'll do the third one and the fourth. So we've now got 5 loops on the hook, going to yarn over and pull through all 5 together, followed by a slip stitch, a chain, and that fastens off the first cluster. We then go into the next chain and work a single crochet, followed by 3 chain, and we're going to work another cluster of the 4 double crochets together over the next 4 chain. So there we've got 1, 2, 3 and the 4th. Yarn over through all 5 and chain to finish off the cluster. Single crochet into the next chain, followed by 3 chain, and again we're going to work another 4 double crochet together cluster. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops and finish off with a chain. Single crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to work another 3 chain followed by the 4 double crochet together cluster over the next 4 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over and through all 5 stitches and fasten off with a chain 1. So if you've got a larger chain than I had for my sample, you may want to pause the video at this point and carry on in the same way until you reach the end of the chain, where you'll have 1 chain left. In that 1 chain we're going to do a double. So that completes the foundation row. So we can now start on row 1 of the actual 2-row pattern repeat. So row 1 starts with 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to skip this stitch here and single crochet into the top of the 4 double crochet together cluster from the previous row, and we do a single crochet into that stitch. We're now going to work 3 chain and the 4 double crochet together cluster this time is going to be worked into the 3 chain space from the previous row. So yarn over, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, and we do that 4 times. And then yarn over, pull through all 5 loops and chain 1. Single crochet into the top of the next cluster and 3 chain. And then we do the 4 double crochet cluster together into the next 3 chain space. There's 3 and the 4th one. Yarn over through all 5 and chain 1. Single crochet into the top of the next cluster, followed by 3 chain, and work the 4 double crochet together into the next 3 chain space. Yarn over, pull through all 5 and chain 1, and again you'll carry on all the way along to the end of your work. If you want to pause the video, you can do at this point. So we then single crochet into the last cluster from the previous row, and into this 3 chain space we're going to work the 3 chain and the 4 double crochet together. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops and a chain 1. We're now going to work 1 double crochet into the very last stitch. And there we've got row 1 of the 2-row pattern repeat. So we turn over the work, and row 2 starts with 1 chain and a single crochet into the top of the first cluster, and then we've got 3 chain, and we're working the 4 double crochet together into this next 3 chain space. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over, pull through all 5 and a chain to fasten off the cluster, single crochet into the next cluster, followed by 3 chain, and again we're going to work the 4 double crochet together into this 3 chain space. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over through all 5, chain 1, single into the next cluster, followed by 3 chain, and then work the 4 double crochet together into the next chain space. Yarn over through 5, chain 1 to finish, and single crochet into the top of the next cluster. 3 chain, followed by the 4 double crochet together, there's the 4th one, yarn over, pull through all 5 and chain 1, and then at the end of row 2 we do 1 single into the 5 chain that we made at the start of row 1. So just 1 single crochet into that chain space. So that's the 2 pattern row repeat. I will do the 2 rows again just so that you're totally familiar with the stitch. So starting again on row 1, and row 1 we start with the 5 chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the top of the first cluster, followed by 3 chain, and then the 4 double crochet together into the 3 chain space. Yarn over through all 5 loops, chain 1, single crochet into the top of the cluster, followed by 3 chain and the 4 double crochet together in the next chain space. And we just carry on all the way along this row, with the 4 part doubles, yarn over through all 5, chain 1, and then single crochet into the last cluster, followed by 3 chain and the 4 double crochet together into the last 3 chain space, chain 1, and then into the very last stitch here we do 1 double. So there's row 1 worked again. Turn over, and row 2 starts with the 1 chain, single into the first cluster, and then we're back to the 3 chain with the 4 double crochet together in the next 3 chain space. Followed by a chain 1, and again we're going to single crochet into the next cluster. Chain 3 and another 4 double crochet together. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to follow my other videos, please subscribe to the channel. Chain 1, single crochet into the last cluster from the previous row, chain 3, and then we've got the final double crochet 4 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, through all 5, fasten off with the chain, and then into the last 5 chain that started the previous row we do the 1 single crochet. So that forms the pattern of the foundation row, and then you're just going to follow row 1, row 2, row 1, row 2 until you get to the desired finished length that you want to have. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks and bye.